It was so stupid, and that's when I kind of realized, like, this is so stupid. This is so lame. I'm gonna watch a scary movie and invoke a spirit. I'm gonna get high.
I'm gonna go do drugs.
Ooh. Happy Halloween.
Girl.
It's spooky season.
Welcome back to the group chat. I am Blossom.
I'm Bubbles.
And I'm Buttercup.
And we are the
Powerpuff Girls.
Are you guys throwing up right now? Listeners, did that
I think
hurt
it's
you?
good. I love this idea.
honestly,
you came up with this
very...
Yeah, Mandy came up with this idea a couple weeks ago, and it was very quick. I think the personalities also matched us.
Yeah. Cry baby, bitch.
Buttercup is not a bitch.
Leader.
Actually,
who's the leader of the Powerpuff Girls?
I thought it was.
Is it Buttercup?
I don't know.
Well, Buttercup's really mean. Yeah. So I don't know. I just feel like that fits the personality of like
I haven't seen it
being
so
the
long.
leader. It's been so. That's why I'm like, what is Blossom's personality?
I thought I was like...
You're just like neutral. You're like Switzerland or Sweden.
No, I thought I was like the leader. I thought I held the...
Girl, you're not.
You know what's crazy is like when I was little, everyone would say that I was like Bubbles. They're like, oh, you're just like Bubbles. But I wanted to be like Blossom because she had like the pretty hair and the whatever and like Bubble. I
Why
knew
would they compare you to Bubbles?
I knew it was derogatory. They're like, you're like Bubbles, derogatory. Like, you're like
But what do you think they meant by that? Like, how are you dressing?
I'm Barbie.
I see that. I get it.
Adds up.
I wanted to be Blossom so bad.
No, when I was a kid, I had to be Bubbles because my hair would turn kind of golden in the summer.
White.
And then they were like, she's blonde. And I used to lose my mind. I was like,
You didn't like being blonde?
No, I was like, my hair's brown.
I would. Oh. I don't know why you defend that so bad.
I think I was always compared to the gay crab.
Right.
What is his name? Mojo Jojo?
No, that's the monkey.
Oh, what's the name of the red guy? The really sassy clam.
He's not a.
What is he?
We're done.
What the hell is it? What is his deal? Why was he always trying to fight those little girls?
He's kind of like a demon, like a devil. He's like a little devil icon.
But what was his beef with the girls?
You know what? It's been so long.
I have no idea.
Honestly, wasn't even allowed to watch Powerpuff Girls that often. It was like when I was at my cousin's house, I get to like sneak a peek. Because my parents.
Why did they think it was like inappropriate?
Oh yeah, my parents thought everything was inappropriate. I couldn't watch Disney Channel. I couldn't watch Nickelodeon. I could only watch PBS Kids until I was like 12, and we finally got like cable TV. And then I was like, 12 or 13, and I started watching SpongeBob and everything. But, like,
So Halloween time, you weren't like fucking with Twitches 2,
no,
Halloween Town, Halloween Town High.
No Halloween movies. Period. If there was a Halloween episode of any like of Arthur or whatever, they're like, skip that shit.
No way.
My parents are the same.
Yeah.
Like, I couldn't watch Wizards of Waverly Place.
Yeah.
That's witchcraft.
It was, and then I watched it when I was like older. I was like 12, 13. I was like, why is
What
this
the
kind of eat?
It was kind of good.
It's good.
Well, I feel like Happy Halloween.
Happy Halloween.
This is our Halloween episode where we're dressed as Powerpuff Girls. This is we have a special guest here today. His name
watch
is,
your hands.
sorry. His name is Lee. I got him at a Target 4 years ago, and every single like September, October, I bring him out for a couple months. And you know what? He's been making his rounds around the town.
What does that mean?
Like everybody, I had a friend who requested him.
Oh.
They were like, hey, she was like,
You're
can
renting him out?
Yeah, she was like, can I borrow Lee?
You're pimping out your skeleton?
Because they're expensive. He was like $60.
For those audio listeners, we have a 5 foot, 6 foot skeleton sitting right next to us.
That king is not 6
Jaw
feet.
open, like just
He's
mouth.
not 6 feet? How tall is he?
He's probably like a
4'11"?
4'11", yeah.
Oh.
But no, I am pimping him out. She was like, we want to hang him, because she's throwing a Halloween party. She's like, we want to hang him from the ceiling and like let him fly around.
Oh, that's kind of
From the chandelier?
I know. That's what I told her. I was like, honestly, like, I actually really love Lee a lot. So don't fuck this up. Yeah.
Respectfully hang him from the ceiling.
Respectfully, yeah. He does his due diligence.
Let him swing.
This is our Halloween episode. We want to talk a little bit about kind of like, obviously coming from religion, as religious kids, we were never really allowed to celebrate Halloween, which is why we're doing what we're doing today.
This is why we look like this.
I have a question for Miguel. you weren't religious as a child. You kind of came into religion because your mom came into religion, and then like you started having to go to church, right?
Yeah.
So before that, were you like a Halloween kid?
Yeah, I think so. I remember going to Halloween parties like as a kid when like before we started going to church, and it was super super fun. And then it was immediately like going cold turkey. It was like, oh, we're not going to go to like the family's house this Halloween.
Yeah.
Like she's like, no, we're going to go to church. Isn't that so much more exciting? Yeah.
I relate to that too because my parents didn't used to care. Like I dressed up as a cheerleader 3 years in a row for Halloween.
Bro, why you want to be a cheerleader?
I feel
know,
like if
really.
anything, that should have been more concerning. Like, make me pick something else. And it wasn't
Yeah.
even like the same costume. I was getting a new cheerleading costume every year. Like,
Damn.
crazy.
You could have been like Moana.
Moana was not.
Out yet? Are you kidding
Oh,
me?
fair,
What the
fair,
heck?
fair.
Like, how old do you think I am? Born in the year
99.
2013. Yeah, but yeah, I wasn't allowed. I think it was when I went into like 3rd grade. So up until that point, I was a cheerleader. 3 years running.
And then
Wow,
what?
so
What were
good.
your parents
I
just kind
think
of like,
it's just
we're gonna...
Did you make it at nationals?
I did. I'm the. What is the cheer squad from
Get up.
Glee?
Oh, I was going to say get it up.
Oh, from Glee. Oh my god.
The Cheerios.
Oh, I would not
That's
remember
crazy.
that.
Yeah, Avi, the Cheerios.
Were there boy cheerleaders on that team?
I don't think so. I think
don't
if
think
there
so.
was probably like an episode about it or something, but I don't
Yeah.
think it was like like a girly pop thing.
Yeah, Sue Sylvester would not let that happen.
I'm about to create an environment that's so toxic.
Oh, is that where that comes from? I've heard
Yeah,
that.
she's
that
like,
TikTok.
because I don't know, for some reason she was always in competition with the Glee Club because the girls kept like joining Glee,
Joining
but she
Glee.
wanted them in cheerleading, so she always wanted to like take it down.
No, but what I think is so funny when we were kids, we used to, and I remember like this so vividly. We used to always go to Mandy's house, and we would all get together. And honestly, it felt like we were trick or treating anyway.
Right.
But they would give us these like handouts, these pamphlets.
Glow
Tracks is what they were called. And instead of going house to house to trick or treat, we would go can collecting for the homeless.
for the not the homeless, but the less
Oh.
fortunate. I received those cans once.
Not the homeless, sorry, the unhoused. That's
No,
you
I
can't say
don't even
homeless
think
anymore.
it was just
no, it wasn't
sometimes
for
like
the unhoused. It was literally just for
just
like
people who
families in
needed.
need. Just families in need.
And they ended up going to my mom.
That's what I'm saying. Like one time, I remember Mandy and her mom pulled up with a wagon full of cans and
And
cereal.
Barbie was like, didn't we just pick these up? But we would go out and we would get these pamphlets, and then it would be like, you're going to go to hell. Give me cans or something like that.
Well,
and
I
we
didn't
would
say
go.
that exactly,
But
but
it might as well
it
have.
implied. It was like, oh, they'd be like, oh, the people would be so nice. They'd open like, oh, trick or treat, and they'd be like, okay. They're like walking up to candy. We'd be like, no. Put our hands out like stop. We'd be like, actually, we're not here for candy. We're here for cans for the less fortunate. Blah blah. Do you have any? And they'd always be like, oh, that's so sweet. And they're like,
they were like, yeah, let me go check my fucking pantry.
yeah.
Get my canned corn out.
But I remember it being so like, why do I remember we were taught like put your
No.
hand out and just say that we don't want the candy.
don't want-
We had to deny it once,
Yeah.
but if they offered again, we could take
Then we could take it. But then it felt like a game. I don't know. It felt
Yeah, we were
dirty.
like-
It felt dirty.
We were like, I can't accept that on the first ask.
But if you ask me again,
Yeah.
I'll take that Snickers.
It's like
That
it's like when the
family-sized
guy
Snickers.
offers to pay on the date, and you're like, no, I got it, and then they're supposed to say it again, like, no, please, and then you're like, okay, like that's how it's supposed to be.
We opened the purse. Really?
Really?
It was
Oh.
it was so bad. I remember like I wanted to trick or treat so bad that we would even take pictures in front of like the decorated houses.
Oh
to
yeah,
make
we
it-
would go through the haunted
so
like
we could
mazes
like
and stuff.
yeah, so we could like post on social media that we were like doing something, or like even like I'd wear like a Captain America T-shirt, and it was
And
just,
he
it
was
was just
breaking the law. That
yeah,
way.
but it was just I just happened
It
to
was
wear
like
this
a
today.
subtle,
But I was like,
nod.
I'm Captain America. Yeah, that was ass. That was so
No,
bad.
I'm like-
I had a good time because I didn't know anything otherwise. Like it's not like I never got to. I didn't have any point of reference. So the fact that when we did start doing like the canned goods thing was the first time I was going out on Halloween. So I was having a blast.
No,
I think
man.
it was fun because at least we were all hanging out.
Yeah,
Yeah, it
we
was
were,
so
we were
fun.
we had fun together, but that definitely fed my religious god complex. I was like, I'm better than all these hoes.
Yeah.
Just getting candy. Like, I'm helping out other people on this day. Like, we're different.
Everyone's
We're
gaining
so
weight on that
different.
candy, and we're helping the needy.
And we're walking.
And
So
we're
getting
walking.
skinny.
We're getting our skin. We're getting our steps in. But now that I think about it, it's like, is there like a happy medium where like you
Yeah.
can go out And
I don't think what we did was wrong.
I don't think it was wrong.
no,
was
but I
nice,
mean,
you
is there a
know?
way where it doesn't feed your God complex?
Oh.
Right? Like, is there a version of
think-
it where it's
yes.
like, I can still trick or
I
treat
think
without?
here's my thing. It's like that you know, instead of, you know, trick or treating, we're gonna like collect, you know, food that people don't really like use, you know, for people who are less fortunate. That is always a good thing. I think what makes it a quote unquote God complex is the adults telling the kids like, we're not like these people. We're better. We're gonna do the Christian thing versus like, hey, let's do something nice. You know,
Yeah, not a comparison.
and we could have dressed up. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
We could have been like spirit of the season, whatever. And I understand, you know, like religion, they need to do that. But I think that's the difference.
That's the
It's like, there's
problem.
nothing
Yeah.
wrong with going out on Halloween and asking for canned goods instead. You know, people are way more open
to opening their door.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And
I
like
think it was
even
a
the
good
glow
concept.
tracks,
Yeah.
was that
Well,
like?
What did you say?
I said even like the glow tracks.
the
Was that
tracks we
necessary?
hang
that
out?
was too
No,
much.
why were they the pits of hell on there? Like
When
that,
I was little, my dad would have like these books, like printed out, like thick little thin books, but they were actual books, and it'd be like about the Sunday law, which is a, you know, it's like
deep cut.
I can't get into the lore. If you're worried about it, if you're like, what is the Sunday law? Look
You
it
should
up.
be worried.
It's coming. But like, look it up. But like, my dad would have like stacks of this, and we'd be at the park at the playground, and I would pass it out to other kids, be like, hey,
Like,
give
what
this to
is
your
this
mom.
little like
I'd be like, give this to your
8-year-old gonna
mom.
do about it?
Like, one day, you know, when we're older, like, we're gonna be forced to go to church on Sunday.
they're like, okay.
And then the parents would be like, we don't want that. They'd come up and be like, I don't want my child. like, yeah, and I'd be like, okay. Like, I had no idea what I was doing.
Yeah,
you know?
that's why I'm like, that's so slimy. Like making your kids.
Slimy.
No, it honestly is grimy. I don't even think I ever read one of those tracks.
Yeah.
Ever. And honestly, I'd love to read them now. Like, I just want to know what they actually say, because we were out there just giving them out left and right. She was ass, man.
Just wanted a Snicker.
I would
Like, bro, please.
I would literally never subject my kids
I
to
just
that.
want a Kit Kat. Like,
Yeah, that's so mean.
But then ever since then, so like,
Okay, well, let's talk about like what's the like religiousness against Halloween?
I mean, dude,
All Hallows Eve.
I feel like I get it. I understand why
Like
it's
it's based on
evil. Everything
Yeah,
is literally
that's my-
evil.
I mean, look at Lee.
Yeah, like this
Spooked.
dude died.
yeah, so it's based on
And
the,
he's out here on a podcast? Like, he should be in the ground. This is so disrespectful.
but
How old
Halloween.
is he? 250? He should be in the grave.
That's
But I think in all honesty, like, I understand, especially, you know, if you're, you know, a religious person and you believe in God, you're not, you know, this obviously isn't what you're subscribing to.
not
You're
your
not,
jam.
it's not your jam. You're not
not your bread
supposed
and
to.
butter.
Like, we go to these Halloween events and stuff like that, and there's a man with a chainsaw who's coming out who's going to attack me. Like, that's not Christ-centered. Do you know what I mean? So, like, I get it.
Well, Christ was killed and murdered. No offense, I love him, right? But like, hey,
Yo, that's
hey,
crazy.
hey. I'm just saying, like,
Girl.
murder happens in the Bible.
Sure.
multiple times.
But for
Glorifying it, though?
for me, paying $80 to go get scared by the
You're
same
gonna say
man.
glorifying it as if we don't wear crosses, if that isn't glorifying murder.
in our religion, that's like against
Yeah, that's what is it called?
That's-
Bad juju.
sacrilegious.
Right.
Sacrilegious.
Also, like I've seen that though, where it's like imagine Jesus coming back and like just seeing all these crosses, and he's like triggered, like what the fuck?
He's like, guys.
He's like,
That's true.
But I don't know. I think I get it. I think I understand why people don't celebrate Halloween when they're religious, because in reality, there is a lot of bad to it. Like,
well, it
people were
depends. It
putting,
depends
like-
on like the religion and the culture too.
Yeah, but you know, people are also putting blades and candies, killing kids. Like, obviously, sacrifices.
Okay.
See, even
But
that,
that was
I'm like,
that was actually
happens,
happening.
But that happens like. What I'm saying is, of course, there's bad as psychos everywhere, but that's not
Based on
unique.
Halloween.
Yeah, that's not unique to one holiday, unique to one like thing. You know, like bad things
Yeah.
happen. That's like saying like don't go to the club because someone's gonna put something
In the
your drink.
club, we all fam.
No, but I'm saying like, oh, don't go.
What?
Like, don't go to LA because they break windows in your car. Like, yeah, it happens.
Okay, good enough. Did you get your car broken into recently?
No, don't know. Friends have though, and it's like, yeah, that could happen. And someone was like, "Oh, don't go do a photo shoot in LA because one time this one guy like stole the camera right off this guy's like thing." I was like, "Yes,
the Kraken.
that happens." But like, I don't think Halloween is like Halloween's the night where all the evil people come out. Like that's.
But that's
not
like
true.
it's based on. So like Halloween is based on Dia de los Muertos, right?
No,
I know.
It's not. It's
No.
separate.
Let's educate this.
No, but that's what I'm saying too. Is like we don't really know where it comes from. Like
wait.
it's a pagan holiday,
Halloween.
and like Halloween, and we're not really sure like where it actually came to be.
I can actually.
Oh,
I'm sorry.
Okay.
Well, I mean, I have a loose like.
girl, we know it's loose.
We have a loose understanding, but basically, Halloween is just like the harvest fest, basically of the olden times. They'd just be like, "Oh yeah, like let's celebrate our bountiful," kind of like Thanksgiving before Thanksgiving was a thing.
Sounds
Yeah.
wholesome.
Right, but then like with a lot of holidays and a lot of just like a lot of holidays, when one culture takes over another, they want to like adapt it. So it's not like we have like, oh, this is the beginning of Halloween. I think multiple cultures had like different kinds of
Harvest
type of festivals, and with the harvest festival, yes, it did come with the theme of death, being like, oh, let's celebrate death, or let's celebrate like the new life or whatever. Just like it's like very like, yes, it's pagan, quote unquote, but pagan just means not Christian. It doesn't mean that it's evil. But I think a lot of Christians would be like, pagan, like what do you mean?
Yeah.
Like pagan literally just means not Christian, and they act like that is like demonic equivalent. And of course, there are some cultures that have witches, and there are some cultures that have this. But I just feel like over time, it kind of just became this conglomerate. So now we're like, oh, where is Halloween? But Halloween is just kind of like
Same with Christmas. How
exactly, and that's
everybody
what I
has
was gonna,
like a
Christmas is like Christmas used to be a pagan holiday as well for I forgot whatever they were celebrating,
and
then
then
when
they
the
called
Christian
it Christ.
yeah, and then when the
Christ
Christians
Mass.
Took over that culture wherever that region was, they're like, no, this has to be a Christian thing. So let's call this is gonna be the day Jesus was born, even though it wasn't. And
now we call it Xmas.
And then like with Dia de los Muertos, totally different, but like same concept. It shows
harvest.
that throughout like different cultures they have that. So Dia de los Muertos is in November, and it's like celebrating like those who have passed, and like so I don't think it's harvest. I don't know. You're Mexican, but like I'm asking like, do you have any info?
Girl, what the fuck? We don't celebrate Dia de los Muertos either.
I think that's because I think it's like even people love to generalize. They're like, oh, Mexicans, do you celebrate this? Like probably not. Like it's like. It's specific to certain cultures within Mexico as well. That's why. It's
Well, no, we don't celebrate it because my mom. Well, the religion thing too was
right. But what I'm saying
upon.
is like not every Mexican is. Well, you know what? Why am I speaking? But I'm just saying.
Girl.
I'm just saying like. It's very, I think, stereotype, I think, to just be like, oh, you're Mexican, you celebrate this holiday. And I think it is more, yes, it is common in that country, but it's also like more specific to certain cultures in that country.
But I guess I would also like to know, because I don't think I'm as informed. You have like a loose understanding, and there is a part of me that feels like there are things that are evil that come with it. But again, that also just comes with being.
Oh, yeah, like I said, like I'm not saying like there was no like weird traditions going on during Halloween time, meaning like anytime in the fall. Like a lot of those European like
They were doing
like cults and
Yeah.
like there was a lot of like witches, like all of our a lot of our fantasy understanding and like witches and stuff like that. That comes from European like lore. And
white people.
No, I'm just saying like they had like their own stuff. Like even like when we're watching Brave. They got that witch that was like the wood carver. Like all of our understanding of like witches and this and that, it comes from Europe. So there was some stuff, some dark stuff, but it's like there's dark stuff everywhere. We're fine.
Yeah, I think what I never really
Talking out of my ass. I should have done some research. You guys talk. I'll double check.
I think, girl, she was like, I actually know.
I said I had a loose understanding.
I think it's what I really never really understood is as much as there might be actual evil stuff that goes on during Halloween. I think I've always seen it from there's like an innocence to it where it's like, what's wrong with dressing up like fucking Buttercup and going door to door and asking for candy, and I go home and I eat the candy and that's it. And like, if I decorate my house with like cobwebs and like skulls and stuff like that, I think there's like an innocence to it where it's like, everybody is trying to just live life. Everybody's just trying to like figure out
but that's the
a fun thing to do. But then they always say like, oh, yeah, but you think it's an innocent thing, but you're subconscious.
And you're opening your soul up.
Yeah, but honestly, like, I've been good so far. You know what I mean? Like, I watch horror movies all the time.
And you're fine.
And I'm fine.
Can I? So Halloween's origins can be tracked back to the ancient Celtic. I think it's Celtic. Festival of Samhain. I don't know how they pronounce it, which is a pagan celebration that marked the end of summer and the beginning of winter. So like when I said, so I am like correct. But it did have like lighting bonfires, wearing costumes to avoid being recognized by ghosts and to confuse spirits, and lighting bonfires to guide souls to the afterlife and keep the evil spirits away. So yeah, it was like
I remember that now. Like the costumes were supposed to scare away dead spirits,
just like a scarecrow.
So with what I'm wearing, it's scaring.
Spooked.
No, that's what I'm saying is like
Spooked.
Terrified.
So it is related to spiritualism in that way, but it's also like not evil. It's not like let me invoke like bad spirits. It's like
let me keep away,
which I feel like a lot of cultures have that.
Yeah.
So anyways, yeah.
That's why. What is the cult? They put the gnomes on the outside. That's like to scare away the.
I have no
the
idea.
Irish.
I don't know who does it,
The
but
Scottish.
gnomes.
I have no
They
idea.
put gnomes outside.
Yeah, to scare away.
Is it similar
evil.
to like scarecrows in the plotlands?
No, scarecrows is to scare away like
Crows.
birds.
It's like the evil eye. Like people wear the evil eye all the time.
Oh.
And it sounds bad because it's the evil eye,
Guys,
but it's
wait.
just like the eye. It wards off bad spirits.
Okay, well, that's enough about the lore. I feel like we came out on top. We obviously, when was the first experience you guys felt like, and I know mine, but we didn't celebrate Halloween. I didn't celebrate Halloween up until like college. Like we never did. And then we went to this other Christian college.
Oh yeah,
and we would have,
literally at our
and
Christian
it was
college.
it was so stupid. If anything, I was gonna get possessed there. You know what I mean? Like they would throw this event called Barn Party, but anyway, and it would literally happen the night before the 31st, or like
They just
They're
like
like it's not actually Halloween.
they had to cover their ass and they couldn't call it Halloween party and they couldn't do it on Halloween. So
They called it barn party even though it was in the gym.
it was a barn
It was
party.
gym party.
And then people would dress up, and there was like a DJ, and like, but it was called Barn Party, and it was so stupid. And that's when I kind of realized, like, this is so stupid. This is so lame. I'm gonna watch a scary movie and invoke a spirit. I am gonna get high.
I'm gonna go do drugs.
But it's just to me like it is so corny, dude.
Yeah.
But we ate it up.
What was barn party like?
Barn Party, and at the time, none of us drank. None of us did anything ever. So it was pretty tame. We would dress up, and we would show up into this like gym, and everybody would just hang out. There were like games that you could play.
Do you remember they had the
costume contest?
The costume contest.
We won that year.
Yeah, there was like what do you call it? The runway.
The
There was a
runway,
catwalk.
yeah.
It was me and like 5 other people. We all did the Scooby-Doo gang.
Oh.
We won.
Period.
I remember I got called up for they did what is it called where you like
Oh, lip sync.
lip sync. Yeah, it was a lip sync battle, but they put me on for like some. Oh, I can't remember what it was, but it had a long intro, and it was just all intro.
She's just standing
and it
there.
never got to the lyrics, and then I was done. I was mortified.
It's the song Tequila.
That's so funny.
I was like, bro, somebody's
That's
praying
so
for my
funny.
downfall right now.
Dude, I hated every big event at college because I guess I had social anxiety or something. I didn't realize that because I'm like I'm a bubbly person. I'm bubbles, you know what I mean? But like when it was like big groups of people, I just felt so small and irrelevant. And I also felt like maybe today's the day I meet my man. At the small ass college, and I already knew everybody there, but I was hoping there was some mystery man that would show and be
I was like,
we
Queen,
haven't
can't
met
we just
before."
have a good time?
I'd be sitting
She's
on
like crying.
Yeah, I'd be crying. I'd be like, oh, I feel so lonely. I'm all alone.
What do you guys think would be different? Like sometimes I think, okay, had we like gotten just blacked out drunk before those parties?
A lot,
We
a
would've
lot
had
of
fun.
kids did. A lot of kids
And they
drank
had
before.
fun.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't remember anybody who
No, I don't
Maybe it wasn't my friends.
I found
No,
so
they-
many people who were.
They were not blacked out drunk, but they definitely were drinking and like whatever outside.
Yeah.
And they would come in, they would leave early because they got a party to go to. I remember one time they were like, "Hey, yo, you want to come?" And I was like, "I don't do that."
She's like, do you actually have canned goods?
She's like, "Do you actually have canned goods to donate at the frat party?"
I thought you said fat bar.
Frats.
Do you have any canned beans?
No, I definitely drank at those things after you guys
You
graduated.
did?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, but
well,
that's
after
because
we
we all,
graduated,
yeah.
because then we all.
No,
like-
after you
Oh,
graduated.
I think we all. Yes,
But I was still there.
Oh yeah, because you're younger.
So yeah, so I was there.
Good for you.
She's
How
a
was
year
it?
younger.
Yeah, but that's why
For
she
that
had
year,
a
I
whole
was
ass
living it
year.
up.
So you went
Once
to a
y'all
barn
left?
party and you had drinks?
No, not at barn party at Battle of the Bands.
How was that?
Lit.
And that was another event too that I thought was so stupid because people like they would throw this band event and it was like different people would put together bands and they would like sing these songs and stuff like that and they would go crazy. But then like before somebody would come up like the pastor and be like, Father God, please we just please bless this concert tonight. Amen. And then everybody would get rowdy. And I was like, this is so
let's actually talk
dumb.
about that because I had 2 Battle of the Bands and
You were in 2 bands.
I was in 2 bands.
Oh,
I
yeah.
can't remember which band. It was my second band that I was in, my senior year. I became the face of the Satanist movement.
Wait, what?
On Fulcrum 7?
Oh, what? What is
There
that?
was a news outlet that would always bag on our school called Fulcrum 7.
Okay, it wasn't a news outlet, but it was some Adventist little kid from some African country who was like bashing on our school because they're like, this is Satanism. They're dancing, they're moving their hips, they're using Satan's beats. They have
I love that Satan's Beats. My new vegan restaurant.
And so he's like wrote this whole article on it. The first picture he uses, it's me.
That's crazy.
And so I
They
was
would
like,
choose a lesbian.
I commented, I was like, I look kind of good. And then, okay, then I feel bad, okay, because he was a little kid, like he was
How little?
maybe like high school.
Man,
He was
fuck
from
high
Africa?
schoolers.
Yeah, it was somewhere. It wasn't.
Fuck them kids.
Yeah, fuck them kids, especially high school boys. I don't
Yeah,
feel
but
bad.
like they're like more conservative over there, Adventism, and so they were like, this school is Satan's agenda right here. And so he wrote this whole article and he used my face.
You know
without
what?
my
It was probably my
permission.
dad. He just changed the country code on his laptop.
He's using a VPN.
Yeah.
But I feel bad because after I commented, I reposted on my story. I was like, LMAO, when you become the face of the Satanist movement. And then the whole entire school got in on it and we're just attacking this kid and I'm like, I felt bad because I'm like, this is some little kid who thinks he's doing the Lord's work. And people were writing the most heinous like shit in the comments, just like, you're scared of like this, like Cardi B lyrics.
Make it pop. Make it
Yeah,
wop.
like I think somebody put WAP in there. I was like,
crazy. Where is he at now? Do we know? You should like
don't
try to
know.
go look back.
look back.
You should apologize. You should reach out.
He used my face against my.
Let's get him on the podcast. I wonder where he's at. But there was also like this outlet called Fulcrum 7, and it was like this news forum where they would bag on our school and everything that we were doing. And I remember seeing some stuff. I'm pretty sure they reposted that kid on that.
Yeah, I think that he followed.
He was working with them.
Yeah, he was.
To bag on our school.
He was
and ever
Fulcrum's
since
hands.
then, didn't they like cancel the events the next year or something like that?
No. But I
They were
know
just a lot more. They were just a lot more picky with lyrics.
would-
Like,
yeah, very
I had to
picky with
defend
lyrics.
all my lyrics. I had to defend a Demi Lovato song. I was like, because
Was it Heart Attack?
no, it was one. Oh, what song did we do for the Demi Lovato song?
I don't really want to fight
No, not
anymore.
that one. The other one.
Girl.
No, that one was fine.
Oh, I should know this. I did the solo. I did like, baby, I'm sorry. I'm not sorry.
What is the song? Not
Sorry.
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 Okay, so
Bitch.
sorry. That song is all about like getting your revenge. And basically, I had to go defend why it was a good song to have in our set because it was bagging on men. And I sat there in tears. I was like, this is just so important for women.
Like
Girl.
women empowerment.
And I was like, it's not about bagging on men. It's about believing in yourself. And he was like, wow, we need this.
I don't know. I don't think I have any fears. I think it's more so just like at the time, maybe being unloved. No,
At the time.
no. Well, I think one of my biggest like, I used to have this nightmare all the time. Besides, like I've already talked about the moon one.
Yeah.
But there was always one where I was living in my old house and somebody would just like bang, and it was like this metal door, and somebody would bang on the door, like all the time, and then I would go check, and it was just like the hand, but the hand was just like the hand, like there was nothing
Ooh,
attached
like
to
Adam's family. Like
Yeah, like Adam's Family, and I don't know, maybe like break-ins was always kind of like a very big fear of mine.
You lived in Long Beach.
North Long Beach, yeah.
That makes sense.
Girl.
Okay, what were
What
your
was
childhood
my
fears?
Childhood fears. I think like I wasn't super scared of La Llorona, but I remember my friends would like tell me stories about it, and then I'd be kind of scared. I'd be like, oh,
Because she like preys on children, right?
Yeah, I just think it's like it wasn't like I was scared of La Llorona. Like that's not. I'm not gonna make this lie up. Okay, what it is that like my friends. I had 2 besties growing up, and they would love to
Not these
not
hoes.
not you guys actually, and they would tell me a lot of like scary stories or like folklore, all this stuff like. And stuff that I wouldn't hear in my little Christian head, you know. So then, like when they would tell me, I'd be like, "Oh, like I get in my head quickly." You know what I mean? I get in my head really quickly. So when they tell me stuff like that, like, "Oh, there was a killer clown," I'm like, like, oh my god. And then for some reason, we had a neighbor that was like that hung clowns on the trees.
That's actually so scary.
I don't know why they did that. Maybe it was for Halloween. I don't remember. But I was like, "Oh my
It's
god."
May.
Did you remember the house in where we went to school? There was the house on the corner, like behind
Where we went to
Behind the
school.
scary-
I was like,
lot?
we didn't. Oh,
behind the scary lot.
university. Yeah.
That
Yes.
they had like a plastic baby doll
Yeah,
in a bird
hanging.
cage.
What the fuck are
Yeah.
we talking about?
At Walla. You don't remember?
I don't remember that.
Oh my god.
It was like this. Yeah, it was literally a hanging bird cage with a baby doll in it.
And there was
I
like an abandoned church like right next to it.
Yeah, I was like,
oh.
Was that during Halloween time? Or
No,
we just don't know
year
what it
That's
happened?
round.
somebody's like house.
year round. It was there.
I don't know, man. Yeah, that place is so weird.
Yeah. If anywhere was practicing witchcraft, it's there.
It was in Walla Walla.
Oh,
For sure, 100%.
Yeah.
What was your fear?
My fears, so many. Actually,
Ted Bundy lost his virginity in Walla Walla.
in Walla Walla, in the Walla Walla forest.
So did I.
Oh.
I'm just kidding. It was much before. Let's cut that out. Girl. Blossom. Wait, what's her name? Buttercup? Buttercup was ran through.
Your buttercup.
Run through.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Okay. Yeah, my childhood fears. I remember I was always afraid of the dark. And I don't know, just like
Yeah.
the night demons or whatever.
Right.
But I remember I literally used to like hallucinate before I went to sleep. Like
Dude,
as
what
a
the
child.
fuck is wrong with you?
As a child, you never would see like the shadows in my the shadows, yeah. And my imagination would take over. And so I remember before I would go to sleep, sometimes I would see these red shadows and they were on my closet door and it was the seven dwarves.
Girl.
And I remember telling my mom, I was like, "Mom, the 7 dwarves are hiding in my closet."
What was her response?
And she was like,
She was like, we need to book a psychiatry appointment immediately.
but then there's another time I moved to a different room and I was in a bunk bed. And lore, my first crush was Abraham Lincoln. And
Oh, wow.
I was obsessed with Abraham Lincoln.
You could not pay me enough to admit that shit. Honest Abe.
Okay, Honest Abe. He was tall.
he was tall.
He was tall. He was an
they-
honest man.
Are the pictures of him accurate?
Yes, they were like real pictures.
Oh, did they have cameras or anything? Wait, wasn't he the first president of the United States?
Oh
16th.
wow! Did you?
16th. Who's the first one?
George Washington.
No, we could have let him think.
I don't
know, like,
know. I don't want to
I
know.
genuinely
what
thought
he
Abraham Lincoln. He's the one that got shot in the theater.
Yeah.
Yes.
Rest in
No,
peace.
George Washington was the first.
Rest.
Okay. So I was in my bunk bed, and once again, another shadow hallucination of Abraham Lincoln came up to my
Okay,
side
your
of my bed.
crush?
But I was scared. I
Right.
was like, "Why is Abraham Lincoln's shadow
Are you sure
approaching
you're
me?"
not like dreaming? Like, what do you mean by hallucinate? Like, what do you mean?
Maybe she just has such an active imagination.
I just
when
saw
she
the
falls
shapes.
asleep.
And then the next day I told my mom about it. I was like, "Mom, Abraham Lincoln came to me in my sleep." And she freaked the fuck out. She's like, "If there's a man walking towards your bed, like, tell me."
That's crazy. What are you guys gonna do one day when you have kids? Because it will happen when they come to you and they say like, "Hey, there's something in my room."
I'm like, fuck. I'm like, we're both
like,
dead.
would you believe them?
Yes. That's what I'm
Immediately.
saying. I'm very in my head. So if my little kid was like, something's laughing in the corner. I heard it.
Oh,
Girl, that was me.
I'd have to take the kid out.
I think it'd be scary. I think
Not in this house. That's crazy.
I think that's scary because don't they say kids are very like they see things that
Intuitive.
they're very
Yeah.
intuitive, and
Yeah.
you know it's very easy to tell your kids like just go fuck off, like go sleep.
Well, I mean, I would hope not, but yeah.
I don't know. It'll
No,
happen.
yeah. No, that's why I feel like it's very scary, especially when like toddlers or even like, you know, animals can sense things and out of nowhere they're just like staring at you.
I'm like, fuck.
Oh, I hate that. Like when I'm alone and like I was with my boyfriend's cat and he would just be like
staring at the wall.
I'm like,
oh.
it's behind me, isn't it?
It's behind me, isn't it?
Mama, there are ghosts behind you. Like that's so scary.
Have we ever talked about, have you guys ever seen anything like a demon?
No.
No?
No.
I saw Abraham Lincoln
Girl.
and the Seven Dwarfs.
Wouldn't that be so scary if it was actually like a man in your room?
I used to,
That's why my mom was like freaking out.
well, okay, I used to be afraid of like owls. That's it.
Actually,
They're scary.
Owls?
okay. Wait, I was tripping out because
They're big. Owls?
I've never
seen one, but I saw one. It was in Norwalk.
What was it doing?
Norwalk.
Big ass owl. I didn't know they were that big. You know what's also
Yeah.
big? Off topic. Moose.
I was gonna say
Huge.
I think that I don't
still can't
think I will
perceive
believe that
until I see it. Like I see the pictures, I'm like, that's edited.
because like just its body is like supposedly could be the size of this room. No, that's not real.
That's
That's
not
a
true.
dinosaur.
That's like an elephant. Or something.
I don't know, man. But
just-
anyways,
that's not
man
real.
breaking into your room.
No, owl.
oh,
owls.
I was
like,
just afraid of owls, and when I was little, I had a nightmare that an owl like showed up to my window, my bedroom window, with like a horse head, like
that's so scary.
like the lightning, dun-dun-dun-dun, like the very like.
No, because when
That
I was living
image is crazy.
when I was living in Walla Walla, there was something that lived in my attic, and every morning I would just hear it scuffling around. I'm like, that's not my business.
That's a rat.
Like, I thought.
Uh-oh.
Then one day I hear something hit my window, or I'm like asleep. I hear something hit my window, and I'm like, what the fuck? There's somebody outside. And so I'm like hyping myself up to open the curtains.
Why would you
do that?
open
See,
it?
It's always the dumb
Dumb
bitches.
bitches.
Dumb bitches.
Man, I need to know if I need to call the police.
No.
So I like peek outside my blinds, big yellow eyes. I'm like, ah!
It was an owl?
It was an owl. And then I'm
But
like,
what, was
so
he
then
like leaning on the edge
the
of
edge of
the
the windowsill? Yeah. So then I'm like, no, okay. That's so
You
scary.
didn't invite him
He
inside?
turns the doorknob.
That's so
Like
scary.
Jurassic Park.
I peek again.
Gone.
2 owls.
Wait, what?
2. So I'm like, this means something.
Aren't owls like rare?
They're not rare,
I
but
don't
yeah, you're
know.
not supposed to see them.
She saw 2 that night.
That's
does that
why
mean?
I'm like, this is a bad omen.
Oh, that's actually scary.
Yeah, I was scared.
I would scream, low-key. I lived alone for like a good 6-7 months in Walla. I had my own apartment, and it would get scary.
Talk about when somebody would knock on your door.
No, that's the fucking dumb bitches that were my friends. They would try to prank me.
Wait, when?
When I was living alone and my friends would pull up in the middle of the night, they would knock on my door and then like yeet out of there, like in their car, like they
That's
drive
so
off.
mean.
The first time that it happened, I didn't catch them. So when I heard the knock, I was like, okay, and no one was there, and I was like,
But why is your first instinct like fear? Because doesn't it just sound like a normal? Was it like a bang or was it like a knock?
it was like a weird knock.
What time was it at?
It was pretty late. It was like maybe it was like. I don't
And then
know,
you open the
midnight.
door and nobody's there.
Yeah, I looked. I was like, no one's there, and I was like, am I? I didn't get scared. The first thing I was like, oh my god, I'm hearing things.
No.
I was like, wait, I think I'm losing it. I was so worried. And then the next day, I figured out it was my friend. They're like, oh, did you hear last night? I was like, oh, okay.
No, those same dumb bitches, I lived like right on the main street, and like I would leave my windows open because I love the sun. I had these big, nice
Sometimes
windows.
I would be doing things,
Girl.
and they would knock on my window. I'm like, I'm busy.
You just hear like a zzz.
Yeah, like literally.
It cuts.
No, literally that happened once. Like they were knocking on my window. I'm on my bed, and I was like, "This is crazy.
This is my
I was like,
nightmare.
the lack of boundaries.
You could not.
No, so they would do that. They would like just randomly be in my house. I'm like, guys, that's not cool. One day I was sitting on the couch, right? They saw my red hair, and then they came in through the like side door, and they were hiding. But then while they were hiding in my house, they realized it wasn't me. It was my other roommate with red hair, and it was too late. They were already in the house. They didn't know what to do. And they scared her so bad. She cried, and they felt so bad.
That's so funny.
I feel like at that point I'd be like, I'm in your home.
I'm here.
Fear not.
Sorry.
Sorry. That's you
I
guys
think-
have very that's bad.
It's the
We
same
come into your
bitches.
house? That's wild.
Well, Mandy's doors were always open.
That's true.
She was.
Why was that? Did you feel comfortable leaving your?
open doors,
It's
open
just because
legs?
we had
But your house was you were the only one who lived in like a house.
Yeah, there were 3 of us, so it just like people wouldn't lock shit.
People
would forget their
loved your
keys.
home.
Yeah, and also people would go into my home and like
Chill.
take a nap. So
Some homeless guy. I heard that it was what?
when someone broke into your car and like shot up in your car.
Oh, that did happen.
Was that in Walla Walla?
Yes, that was also.
Wow.
Well, they didn't break in. I left it unlocked.
See?
See? I just I was like, who's gonna? It's a busted ass like white car that like doesn't. It's like the bumper fell off. And, like it was just
It was
ugly.
cold.
It was snowy season, and one day I walk into my car and I noticed a needle and a spoon and a lighter.
Oh my god.
And I didn't know much, but I was like, that's not good. I was like, wait. So I threw it away.
Could have been framed.
I was like, wait, that's crazy. And ever since then, I started locking my car.
Oh, so you never
lock your
saw the
doors.
person.
No. That would have been scary. But they were in there definitely for warmth and for some.
Oh, it's providing. We're just providers.
I'm just a provider.
Girl, lock your car.
Girl. Yeah, always lock your car, guys. What's crazy is that growing up, my dad would be like, don't lock your car because that invites people to steal.
What?
That is such.
I feel like I'm dropping so much information on my dad. Love you, Dad. But he would say shit like that. He would think that it's like pretentious to lock your car door.
He said you shouldn't own anything of value.
No, literally, he'd be like, people who lock their car doors are too scared of like everybody else. I'm like, okay.
He said if you lock your car, that's asking people to break your windows.
No, actually though, like he had a point.
I don't know about that.
Imagine it was unlocked and they broke your window.
Because imagine that guy if he really needed to get in somewhere because he was really cold and he's like, I want to fucking go in, and then he opens and he's like, oh, I don't have to break it.
Well, yeah, okay.
I guess. Yeah, I don't know.
Nicki Minaj.
So this is a script from the unreleased. Not even unreleased. They just never made it.
Yeah.
Well, never gonna be released.
And we're about to find out why.
Apparently, while you were looking up script, I saw that it was supposed to be like the raunchy teenage Powerpuff Girls. I didn't know.
But it was
that.
a CW movie.
CW show.
Oh, it wasn't
show?
a movie. It was a show.
I think there was also I
live action?
could be wrong, but I think there was gonna be a movie as well. Also got canceled, and this was supposed to be a show, but yeah, it's not.
Well, this is our audition for the CW. We want to actually bring this back with us playing our respective roles. We're going to gender bend Buttercup, but still have a dress and a wig.
So not really.
So not really.
Okay. Interior Professor Utonium's house, early morning. Close on the red phone ringing.
This bitch.
Super 2013.
Blossom, now a teenager, is lying in bed. She opens one eye. Elbows teenage Buttercup, who's lying next to her.
Ow.
They're sisters, you pervert. What's wrong with you?
We see SAT prep books scattered next to Blossom. Wake up, red phone.
Is that how Blossom talks?
Wake up, red phone. Buttercup takes out her mouth guard and groans.
I was up until 3 a.m. texting. Is she a lesbian?
I guess.
In this one, yeah.
I was up until 3 a.m. texting Rachel. She thinks I'm seeing other girls.
Because you are.
Yeah, but I had to put in a lot of work to convince her that I wasn't.
Reveal. Bubbles passed out on the floor, hung over.
Can someone please answer that thing?
Buttercup flippantly picks it up and slams it back down.
Where were you last night?
We broke into the zoo again.
I'm Bubbles, you bitch. Oh my, greedy as fuck. We broke into the zoo again. We made the flamingos drink Hypnotic. What the fuck is
That
that?
sounds like...
That's that jungle juice.
Well, there's a scene.
I think that was good.
I think I ate that up.
Oh my God.
Okay, this is me. Bubbles is me. In case you didn't know.
You can be Professor Drake.
Yeah. Drake is the dad.
Yeah, I'll read all the other stuff.
Okay. Look, we love being Powerpuff Girls, but sometimes we wanted to be other things too, like in Dirty Dancing. Baby wanted to join the Peace Corps, but she also wanted to be a fancy slut, and her dad didn't get it.
Jerry Orbach was doing his best to understand.
Interior Powerpuff Girls home. Hallway, Buttercup's room. Day. Blossom heads upstairs where the bumping sounds continue from Buttercup's room, then abruptly stop. Blossom opens the door and finds Buttercup in bed with Macy, the woman she eyed at the bar the night before they just, quote, finished.
What the hell?
That's crazy.
Oh my God, I'm sorry.
It's fine. We're done, right, Maisie?
I'd say 6 times is enough.
This is not real. Aren't they like kids?
No, they're
teenager.
Oh,
That's
it's not.
girl.
And we wonder why it didn't get made.
Okay.
This is another scene.
Everyone wants my role. That's crazy.
It's because Bubbles, Buttercup, Blossom,
It's all of
they're all bees.
Pink wig thick. Okay. Blossom's fine. I saw her on Insta that she has a boyfriend. I saw on her LinkedIn that she got promoted. And I saw on Facebook that she still talks to Grandpa despite their political differences.
Coming back here is probably triggering for her.
Because she's the one who killed Mojo? I mean, moveon.org.
No wonder the show's canceled. This shit's cheeks, bro.
Okay, let's see. Oh my god. Next scene. Aren't we here to investigate?
I'm here to pick up bi-curious townies.
You're not Buttercup.
Oh.
Talk about being selfish, you bitch. Hit me with the line again.
Aren't we here to investigate?
I'm here to pick up bi-curious townies. You're here to avoid Drake. Bubbles is here to investigate, but she forgot Butch hates her. Luckily, we're dealing with another hate boner, so alcohol helps.
What?
Why do you know so much about hate boners?
Life is one big hate boner. This is not real.
What the fuck is this?
I feel like we should
shit?
actually do this. Like, we should, like, you take these costumes and...
Guys, how can you turn down an evil
Recon.
Sorry. Guys, how can you turn down an evil recon mission? Especially when said mish would make a perfect storyline for my documentary, Bubbles is Back.
And not to be confused with your other film, Bubbles on Her Back. Ew, I feel so dirty. Why is Buttercup, like, kind of mean?
Well, that's her.
that's-
She's mean.
Yeah.
Wow.
Wow. Okay. Well, that's.
Well, no wonder it got canceled. I don't think any of those were all like, from a screenwriting perspective, they were all overly explanatory.
But I think that's like what CW movies are. I feel like it makes sense, like for those shitty, like, you know, like Riverdale type movies.
Hey,
Riverdale
not
type
too much
shows.
on Riverdale. I'm just kidding.
Even all the cast of Riverdale, they're like, what the fuck?
I feel like, I don't know. That makes sense. But
Well-
I understand why it wasn't made, and it shouldn't be made.
I feel like that was
but
also
if,
too much.
If that spoke to anyone and you guys want to fund it, we will be the cast.
I think I did a good job. What do you guys think?
You
I honestly, like, I love the fits. I might not return mine.
new everyday look.
I think I'll wear it for Halloween.
How do we feel about my blonde hair?
It makes, never mind.
I don't even want to know what you're going to say.
What are you guys' plans for Halloween this year?
This week I'm going to a spooky drive-in movie. I think we're either gonna
Stop,
we're
where?
either gonna do the rooftop one in LA.
Love that one.
Or
the
the-
downtown one?
Yeah, the one that on the rooftop.
Well, there's two.
There's one in Hollywood and
yeah,
there's
there's one in Hollywood, one in downtown.
I don't know.
The downtown one is so nice.
Really?
It's beautiful.
Okay, we're either gonna do that or we're gonna go to the drive-in in Paramount.
I feel like the
theater.
drive-in would be so much cuter.
I know it's cute, but it just depends what movie they're playing because I do not want to see Terrifier 3 or whatever the fuck.
You know, I had to get
Or Smile. I think the other option
I
is
want to see that
Smile.
one so bad. No. Apparently she did a great job, the
No.
actress.
Naomi something.
Naomi Watts? Naomi Scott.
Scott.
Yeah,
That's cute. I love that.
But the one in LA is playing Edward Scissorhands, and I feel like, oh, how cute.
Edward Scissors Hands. I've never seen that.
That's why I'm like, it's not as. I feel like it's more wholesome.
Like on the 31st, you guys gonna do it?
No, we're going before that. The 31st is like a Thursday, right? I got
Is it
work.
Thursday, yeah.
I got work, and then I
Yeah,
gotta take my
shit to do.
niece trick or treating.
Fair.
What about you?
That's
guys?
cute. I don't have any plans, but yeah, I don't have any plans.
Nice.
It's so sad. Axel and I will be in New York.
Oh
So,
yeah.
That's why you asked. You just wanted to
Girl.
you just wanted to
No,
bring that up
I
again.
won't say why we're gonna be in New York, just because if
You already
I don't.
did.
No, I didn't.
Yeah,
Yes, you did.
Yes, you did.
I name dropped.
Yeah,
you name dropped
but-
and we bleeped it out, but then I think it's very obvious.
No, we'll keep it bleeped out because I'm kind of still scared. Like, we got the invite and everything, but God forbid we get to the door and
they're
then
like,
we
they
turned
look
away.
you up and
You
down.
better not be wearing that.
Almost not. So if the next episode, I'll come back and I'll do a tell all.
Tell all.
Ooh.
Miguel tells
A
all.
tell all in New York.
He won't tell anything, and then he's gonna make us bleep out whatever. He
Or I
does
just
tell.
will drink too much and won't remember anything.
Oh, that'd be so sad.
But I'm super excited for Halloween. I love Halloween. It's great. I feel like I also feel that Halloween, as I get older, is going to be more fun but
Yeah.
that's like on me. I feel like we're making up for all the fun times
really
that we
are.
didn't get to have.
Oh, well, that's another thing with holidays in general. It's like people be like, oh, why doesn't Christmas feel like Christmas anymore? Why doesn't this feel? It's like, no, you got to put in that
gotta
effort.
do it,
You got to reach
yeah.
out to your friends. You got to be the reason for the season. I'm just kidding. You got
Yeah,
to
fair
you
enough.
got to put the magic in the holiday, basically.
Yeah.
No one's going to do it for you. You know, your parents did it for you when you're little. That's why.
But I would say too, it's honestly kind of weird because it really hasn't felt like the Halloween season, and I think one of the biggest parts is because the weather. It's still really, really
It was cold.
hot.
It was cold last week. I was chilly.
I guess,
It was
but
hot yesterday. I was
Yeah.
at
I
work.
still feel
was
like it's
"Fuck."
There was like
summer.
3 days where it was cold.
It's summer.
And it was too cold.
It's winter.
But yeah.
That's my Phineas and Ferb.
I don't complain. I love the sun, and I'm gonna be.
I know,
I
but
also-
there's something about like having like
The fall.
The
cozy
fall?
I think, and especially when we were in college because we were in Washington, I
that's
think we
true.
felt it more.
fair.
And
Because
now
the
we're
leaves
back
actually change colors.
home. Yeah, but also I think I've always been like a pumpkin hoe. Like I'm like I love pumpkin. Like
What does that mean?
Think
What does
about-
that mean to you?
I
Think
love.
about what you just said.
And I'll say it again. Pumpkin hoe. Like I really love pumpkin flavor of everything. I love pumpkin pie. This year, haven't had a pumpkin pie. Haven't had a pumpkin spice latte.
That's true. We always
Like,
give
I'm
you
just-
pumpkin pie for your birthday.
Yeah, and you didn't. Anyways,
What did I get you?
you got
What
me-
did I
she
get
got
you?
me a concert ticket.
We're going to see
Sabrina
Carpenter.
Carpenter. Yeah.
When is
so-
that? November?
Yeah.
Anyways, back to what I'm saying. I think that is an example of me not putting the magic into this because I'm like, oh, it doesn't really feel like October, Halloween season, spooky season.
Start
When-
doing spooky shit.
Like I'm not pumpkin carving. I'm not putting in the effort to like go to any mazes, and so like it's like you gotta put in that effort.
yeah.
sis.
Maybe that's why I feel very
Yeah,
festive. I just carved pumpkins
Aw,
yesterday.
See, I haven't done that. I haven't gone to like a little what do you call it? The little
Maze.
The-
Pumpkin patch.
The pumpkin patch. Like I haven't. Put
But there
in
were
that
never
effort.
really any in LA.
What do you mean? There's one right in the Cerritos Mall.
Yeah, but even that had always felt like it's like you can see the fucking bright ass lights of the,
The
Sears.
Macy's.
No, I know, but you can still make some. They do have like nicer places. Maybe they're like an hour out or 45 minutes away.
Yeah,
but,
there
it's
is
like,
one
it's
that I
just
wanna
about-
go to.
Yeah, just about
That's, like,
putting
2
not
hours
scary
out.
farm. Yeah, all I'm saying is like if you're not feeling the holiday season, it's because you haven't. Like,
you're
And
not
that's not
feeling
your
spooked.
fault. Sometimes life just gets in the way
like
and you don't
me,
really
like
get to.
I've been broke
Working.
as fuck. I'm working all the time. Like I don't even have time to like take a shower, guys.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Girl.
Girl, so
That's why your wig
something.
looks greasy as fuck.
Literally.
this wig is brand new.
I bought it. It was
We
broken
will be
when she bought
returning.
it.
Do I look like Sabrina Carpenter? Yes or no?
So anyways,
Punching. But I think that's it. We're gonna go out there. We're gonna do Halloween.
we're gonna
You guys are
get
not
the
gonna
canned
invite me
food.
to anything. Like I was hoping, like
No, honestly-
because you guys are like club.
Do you want to go
guys-
to the movies?
You guys go out a lot,
do.
so I was expecting one of you bitches to be like, "Hey, we're doing Halloween," just so I could be like, "Oh, maybe I'll make it."
Well, I'm going to the spooky movie.
we
You wanna
went.
come?
We did
I'm
the.
not gonna invade your double date. That's
It's
weird.
not a double date.
Oh,
We did
it's not you
the.
and your girl.
Well, my girl's going, but we're going with some other people.
Oh wow.
We did the LA Haunted Hayride last night. It was really fun.
Oh, yeah.
I thought it was cute. Honestly, Costco, they were
How much
giving
was that?
$70 for 2 tickets that were VIP.
Oh.
So like $30 each.
Yeah.
Wait,
Great
you just sit
time.
on like a hay truck and then
No, honestly, I'd never done it before, but I was expecting that. But their main attraction is like you sit on this tractor thing, and it takes you through like this 20-minute maze. But there's like 4 other just general mazes that you can like go.
wait,
like
where is
on foot,
that?
by foot.
It's in Griffith Park.
Oh my
Honestly, so
God.
much
That's
fun.
cute.
Wait,
So
can we
cool.
go? Can we go?
That sounds
I
fun.
already went.
Not you. I was saying me and her.
Fair enough, bitch. You got a week. I'm out of here in a week.
I was so good.
But we're also gonna go do this Halloween party next Saturday. I don't have like the info, but you guys should come.
Oh, I also have a Halloween party
See, I
for an
knew it.
ex-coworker.
I fucking knew it.
Girl, get some friends. What the fuck?
You.
She's sad enough.
I start crying.
Anyways, well, if you have plans this holiday,
Be safe. Make sure to check your razor blades.
what?
Make sure you check your
He
apples.
said shave those legs, ladies.
No, just be safe. I think it's so much fun. I think one year I really do want to do something where I don't go out to like this Halloween club or I don't dress like a slut and like I just
When have you?
right now.
Oh, okay.
I think there's I want to do one year where I just go trick or treating.
I'm going.
Sis,
you
you
want to
can
come
go
with me,
this
my cousin?
Thursday.
No, but I feel like
Me
I
and my niece?
can't do that because you take your niece, so it's almost like
Yeah.
excusable. But if I pull up in this outfit to your front door and it's just me, I'm a predator.
You're getting shot.
I'm getting
Throw
shot.
back to last year when me and Miguel dressed up as thumbs. No, that's 2 years ago.
That was,
2 years ago.
that was 2 years ago.
2 years ago
yeah.
for Barbie's birthday, we dressed
That
up
was
as
a
the
cool one.
thumb
You threw a Halloween party 2 years ago.
I did. It was like my birthday party.
You weren't really there though.
Yeah, I was knocked out.
I was that party. I was so drunk, I ran into the glass screen door.
Yeah, that
and
was
I
a
left
crazy
a face
party.
in my makeup.
That was wild.
And that was at my boyfriend's parents' house. So
me
disrespectful.
dressed up as a thumb plaster.
Who else did we had there? We had Jeffrey Dahmer there.
We did?
Yeah.
What? Was that their costume?
Yeah.
That was just him showing up as himself.
Oh, I swear he was. we also had the Swiffer man,
Oh, Mr. Clean.
Mr. Clean.
So good.
We
Everyone
had
was
Little,
there.
Little Red Riding Hood.
Little Red Riding Hood.
Oh, yeah.
The wolf.
I was the
The
big bad
wolf.
wolf.
That's all I can remember.
Everybody who was there, it was 6 of us.
My parties don't have great turnouts. But
They did. This year, you did a really good job.
this year
It
was
was poppin'.
the first time I had a good turnout.
It was good.
I was nervous.
It was really
I
good.
did
Party
wanna-
of the century.
So here's looking to just so many more Halloweens.
Future Halloweens, yeah. Maybe,
Which one of
maybe
us-
I'll be a cheerleader next
Which
year.
which one of us do you guys think will grow up in 20 years to have kids and turn into like the conservative one?
You.
You.
I think so too.
I think you're already there.
No, I really do.
Why do you think you?
I don't know. I feel like, you know how they always say you become your parents, and like you do things, and
so
they're like, oh my
true.
god, I'm literally my mother, or I'm literally my father. I can literally see myself in 30 years, like if I have kids, and I'm like, this is what she was.
I
Talking
just feel like
about.
also you're already the most Christian, so
Yeah, I don't know. I also feel like maybe it might be me, but I'm really hoping that that's not the case.
I'm afraid that it'd be me because I'm still.
There's a part of me that feels like it's you too. Like you've strayed far, but you know how they always say like the further you stray, the bigger the bounce back.
I don't think I'm straight as far as you.
Like, do you think that the two gay ones?
Yeah.
But do you think like I don't know? Is there something that
No,
like
I
when
definitely
you
think I'm still fighting demons myself. Like I'm still fighting so many conservative like ideas, and like I still get scared and anxious about certain things that it's like so embarrassing at my grown ass age that I'm still like, oh my god, like they're doing that. Like it's embarrassing, and I hate that I still have that. But I have a feeling that's if I had a child, I'd be like, you can't, you know?
because your fear will just
Yeah, but fortunately, my partner is not like me, and so I think, and he's really chill. So I feel like, I think we'd even out. I think we'd be okay. I don't want to be that.
You know how like sometimes they say like you hear stories where they're like, as soon as I gave birth to my child, like everything changed.
I just know it won't be me. So
Girl, you're gonna be the first one with a kid.
no,
Girl,
Girl.
the immaculate conception.
I don't know. I feel like I also genuinely feel it's the people that always say that they don't want kids that are like the first ones to have kids.
That
our
would
friend.
be.
Oh my god, bleep that.
Yeah, literally. I don't know, but we'll see. We'll check
won't
back
be
in
me.
on season 10.
We're all pregnant.
God forbid we're still doing this 10 season
No,
in.
literally.
Come on.
But I think that's it.
Yeah.
Happy Halloween.
Happy Halloween.
Until next week.
Happy Halloween.
I'm tired. Until next time, I am Miguel. You can find me on Instagram at MiguelXAntonio.
Barbie, you can find me at Created by Barbie.
And I'm Mandy. You can find me at Amanda Harrison.
And we'll bubble blossom.
Bubble
Buttercup.
blossom buttercup.
We'll butter your cup and blossom. It bubble till it bubbles.
Okay, bye.
Bye.
The Lord Far Squad podcast is hosted by Amanda Harrison, Miguel Antonio, and Barbie Chavez. Listen wherever podcasts are available. Our producer is Richard Cunningham. Our artwork and photography is by Axel Rivera. Special thanks to Lorena Latorre, Jared Jamieson, Georgia, and Lucas Marcondes for our theme song. Follow us on Instagram and TikTok at Lord Far Squad Pod. Got a question or story? Email us at thelordfarsquadpodcast@gmail.com.